All right, everybody, welcome to the debut of the Inspired Thunder Series. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth with the Rich Idiot Racing Network, bringing you coverage tonight from Daytona Beach. Well, right now, Travis Farmer, top of the board, Stephen Henning. The last time we were in Daytona, the 78 was the car to beat. Unfortunately, it would not come to fruition for Stephen Henning Jr. We talk forward to him in the brief broadcast that we have. Another face in the crowd making his return to racing. Normally race control on Monday nights, but tonight, Aaron Stanton is back in the field. Yeah, Stanton, as you see now. But there's also more stories to come out of tonight. For the first time ever, and they're going to be my first guest here on the show. As a matter of fact, I'm going to jump down there with them. As a matter of fact, let's jump down into the H&W Motorsports chat to talk to Hayden Williams and Jason Williams. Hayden Williams, Jason Williams up here in the Gary Jenkins from the broadcast booth. Y'all got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to be the first start with James for what I believe is the first time ever on iRacing. You'll go head-to-head with Hayden tonight. At what point does it become I'm going to work my son until it's go time?
Well, I'm just running this thing here for fun tonight, focusing on the cup side, but we'll probably run in the back for a while, and there at the end, it's all whoever. We finished this car last night, didn't even get a wrap on it, put a spare engine in it, and here we are. So we're just going to have to see how it folds out, I guess. Stay out of trouble is the biggest thing.
Well, Hayden, then I'm going to turn my attention to you. Are you out in the winning and try to have bragging rights over Thanksgiving dinner? Or is the plan just to ride, be there at the end, whichever one of you can possibly get the win tonight is how it's going to be?
I'm just going to ride until I feel like it's safe to go up there. Then once I get up there, then I'm going to go to win.
Well, gentlemen, best of luck to both of y'all tonight. Going to look forward to seeing how it plays out. You'll be the second father-son duo to compete in Inspire Racing League next to Shane and Darcy Hard. Best of luck to both of you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. All right, now, as it stands, Stephen Henning Jr. picking up right where he left off in Daytona. Top of the board. But right now it is an Inspired Motorsports top three with Stephen Henning, Tyler Stone, and Darcy Hard at top three. Wade Alexander will round out fourth, and Ty Wilson fifth on the scoring charts. That being said, let's get the driver to 78 in here right now. Stephen Henning Jr., Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, the last time we were in Daytona, you proved that you had the car to beat. Unfortunately, it did not go how you envisioned it going the last time we were here. What is really the plan, and really what can we expect tonight?
Well, first of all, hopefully it doesn't freeze going into 3 and 4 with 5 laps to go and get all my hopes up. But that's one thing. And just to be there at the end, it's gonna be a long, tough race. It's bumpy track out here. It's old school and it's a blast, but you got to be real careful. So just hang out with my team and see how it goes.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you in victory lane, and who knows, get redemption from the Inspire 250.
Thank you. I'll try.
All right, buddy. Stephen Henning, top of the board. Tyler Stone, Darcy Hart, Robert Wilhoit, and now Wade Alexander, top 5. This is not going to be the same ticker that we used during the race. This is just to update everybody pretty much where they're going to be running. As of right now, this will come up during cautions, more than likely, just to give everybody an update. We still got other drivers to go through tonight. But first, let's get the man who is finally getting out of his comfortable office chair up there in the race control booth every Monday night, getting back into a car. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Garrett?
Well, buddy, it feels good to be back in the driver's seat, don't it?
It does.
Well, take me through the night. Of course, pretty much just was the way the story goes, the way I've heard it. This was you and Shane Har's idea that you bought before Elijah for this series. So kind of, can you give me the rundown? What's this series about, and then what's your expectations, and how well do you feel like this series can go for you personally?
The series is about just understanding who's the best at driving everything, right? Like, well, we have 5 different race cars, and they all drive pretty differently from each other. So, with Winston points, it's gonna be fun to. It's gonna be really fun at the end of the season to see who's like generally the best driver. You know, I feel like it's gonna go pretty good for me. I feel like my worst car is gonna be the late model, though.
Oh, bull crap! They're easy to drive. If I can,
They're easy to drive, but I haven't just driven them that much.
well, let me tell you, if I can get 7 wins in a late model, I'm pretty sure you ought to be able to get 14 or more. But I wanted to ask you real quick, a little fast topic question. This season, do you feel like, what's it going to boil down to more with the old Winston Cup format? Do you feel like it's going to be more, drivers need more wins, the better, like we saw Shane Har in Cup last year? Or do you feel like consistency will play more of a factor in this? Between the two, how do you see crown a champion in 40 weeks from now? How is that going to play a pivotal moment? Is it wins or consistency in your book?
It's going to be consistency. If you remember right, technically Mike Hauser was the regular season championship on their Monday lead.
Yep.
So if you can believe it or not. So that dude just top fives out of everything. He doesn't win much, but he's always up there top fiving, and he never hardly ever wrecks out. So it's just going to boil down to consistency, and that's another reason why we picked Winston Cup points.
All right.
Like, you can technically go this whole season without winning a race and win the championship.
Indeed you can. With that being said, Aaron Stanton, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll talk with you after the race in the Big Ass Fans Chevy number 27.
Yeah, it's going to be hot in here. I'm going to need a big-ass fan.
I can imagine. All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. And you got all your teammates in tow.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. That being said, 4 minutes remaining still. Plenty of interviews to go. That being said, see if we cannot get one of the newer drivers in here. Right now sits 10th on the charts. And he is one of the newcomers tonight. Ben Milton, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth, buddy. You got a copy?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Well, buddy, right now 10th on the practice chart, making your debut for Inspired. I wanted to ask, as far as the rookie goes, what is your series expectations tonight? Do you feel like you can get the job done in 20? And really, what's your expectations as a whole from now into the next 40 weeks?
Yeah, to us, it's just survival. No, nothing else really. Dustin's helping me a lot, trying to learn stuff, and yeah, we're just looking to have a good race.
Well, tonight, of course, I'm sure you've ran this is the old Daytona, the old before the repave, and then what we normally run on the repave version of it. What's the biggest difference that you've noticed between the two variations of Daytona?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. There's some really big bumps, and when you've got like a direct drive wheel, it tries to tear the wheel out your hand. So it's going to be pretty physical for everybody, I think.
Well, buddy, we'll let you get ready for qualifying coming up in about 3 minutes. Best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
I appreciate it, mate, and thanks for doing this.
Nope.
We all appreciate you.
No problem, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you, mate.
Well, right now, it's got a strong field to go through tonight. Right now, 20, 21. Right now, 20, 21, 22. Right now, 20 to 22 cars expected for tonight. It's going to be a tough order. Right now, it is still an Inspired Motorsports top 3 with Tyler Stone, Stephen Hennings, and Darcy Hart at top 3. Matter of fact, let's get in. I still got 2.5 minutes. We're going to do one of two things. Well, first, let's get Darcy Hart in here. Darcy Hart, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Buddy, you got a copy?
I sure do.
Well, buddy, you had a fast car the first time we rode around in Daytona for the Inspire 250. It did not go the way you wanted to tonight. New start, new beginnings. Right now, sitting third on the charts. What's the plan? What's the expectation for the 35 tonight? And do you feel like you can get the job done?
Sure hope we can get the job done. I just want to stay out of trouble, keep the car clean, and I think we'll be there at the end.
Have you learned anything? Of course, these cars, massive adjustment, as what this whole season's going to do. Drivers are going to get used to a car, and then they're going to be switched up into another car about time they get used to it. Then it's going to switch again. What have you noticed with this car, and particularly this old version of Daytona that has quite a few more bumps in it?
I really enjoy running this track with the bumps. It's kind of makes it a little more interesting. Now I'm thinking, changing up cars is going to make it exciting for the year.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you tonight. We'll let you get back down to the group with a minute remaining in practice. Best of luck. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
You too, bud. With that being said, Aaron Stanton spoke clearly high about consistency, and he did mention one driver who I will get in here right now, 15th on the speed charts. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, sir, Garrett. What's going on?
Well, buddy, I got two questions for you. Both one might pick your brain a little bit, might not. I'm going to ask this first one. The last time we were here in Daytona, you did not compete. You only completed 8 laps. And, of course, it was a heartbreaking deal. First off, what have you learned about this whole situation? These cars obviously do not like to be bump drafted at all. What have you learned from the Inspire 250 and what you've done in practice session leading up to this race tonight that you can bring to tonight? That's the first question.
Well, tonight I think I learned from the 250, maybe don't make big moves early in the race. That's definitely one thing. So we're gonna approach tonight a lot different from the Inspire 250. I think I'm gonna play it safe a little bit, kind of get a feel for how the pack is moving. And like you said, these cars are completely different from the Gen 6 cars. They, like you said, they don't bump very well, but if you have someone behind you that really knows what they're doing, you can maybe give little pushes. And we ran a kind of like a fun race with these cars at Daytona, and I was able to get pushes from certain drivers and without the car getting upset. But yeah, these cars combined with the old bumpy Daytona surface, it's definitely going to be a lot more, or it's definitely going to be a lot sketchier than the Gen 6 cars. And I imagine there's going to be a accelerated tire wear with the older surface. So yeah, we're just going to try to learn the car tonight, take it easy. These Gen 4 cars are really fun to drive, but they're very difficult to drive sometimes. So just going to play it cool for the first half of the race, and then as the race goes on, we'll see how far we want to take it and ramp it up.
Well, buddy, last question before I let you go to get ready for a qualifying lap. Talked to Aaron Stanton at the top of the show, and I asked him this question, and he brought you in. He used you as a great reference for this regular season champion from Inspired Cup Series last season with the Winston Cup format. Your personal opinion, do you feel like it's going to better suit a driver who is consistent like yourself is, or do you feel like wins would matter a little bit more in this type of format with this type of series?
Uh, I will say that this format probably will reward consistency over winning a bit more. Not going to say that winning doesn't matter at all because it still does. But for the guys out there that just try to get those finishes in, they run every lap, and sometimes they'll take a top 5 over pushing it for a win. I think it's really going to award those guys, but also it's going to award the guys that make every race. And I'm hoping I can make every race. Next weekend is looking a little iffy for me, but if everything falls into place and I can definitely make next week, then I really hope I can be a threat for the championship here. But we'll see how it goes. And hopefully that kind of keeps guys or gives guys the, I guess it kind of promotes cleaner racing a bit more, since we don't have fast repairs. I'm hoping that kind of promotes that. So we'll see how it goes then.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Mike Hauser, right now waiting for me to shut up so you can get a qualifying lap in. Best of luck to you, buddy.
You're all good, Gary. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Right now, Ty Wilson, top of the board. Darcy Harr, Ben Milnen, Dustin Wantley, and David McCall at the top 5 at the line. Cade Cannon, is it an improvement? It is. Top of the board for Cannon. Going to try to catch all these drivers at the end of their qualifying laps. See, just talked about in Ben Milton. This lap will be 8th quickest on the charts. Jesse Glover. And of course, these cars, for those that watched this series in the 2000s, like I did, the era that I grew up on, you're going to see a lot of old school paint jobs mixed with some more modern paint jobs. And I'll tell you this, for those who have watched HGR, MMS, whether it was me in the car or on a broadcast, you will notice that this style of driving, it'll look a lot like the old retro style pack racing that a lot of us grew accustomed to. So it's going to throw back some memories. And at the line, Elijah Fisher's lap is enough for the front row of 285. It is not 8th quickest. Robert Wilhoit, Stephen Hennings, top of the board. Eerily similar to the Inspire 250 with the driver, the 78. There's Robert Wilhoit now. With 30 seconds remaining, he will be the last driver to go out and attempt for the pole position. A 286. It will be good enough for 10th. Mike Hauser going to try to get his lap in. Don't think he's going to be able to, really. He will with 7 seconds. At the line, Mike Hauser's lap. 51.717. He'd probably be mad with me over that a little bit, but oh well. That being said, eerily similar today to the 250. Stephen Henning on pole for tonight. And we've already talked to Stephen already tonight. See if we can't get in somebody else here. Who's the next house running? Cade Cannon. Cade, Steele, Cannon, Gary Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, starting off P3 tonight, the last time we were in Daytona, as before mentioned, did not go the way the driver to number 9 worked up. I will first say I've seen this paint job on your car tonight, and I love this paint job that's on your car tonight. One of my favorite custom paint jobs of Junior. I want to ask you tonight, what have you learned about these cars with this old version of Daytona that you can take in tonight, and what do you feel like the strategy is going to be to try to be around at the end?
Well, at this Daytona, this is bumpy Daytona. At the new Daytona, tires, they do help a little bit, yes, but not as much as you need them to. At bumpy Daytona, tires definitely not too much of a bigger factor, but it does help a lot when it comes to when your tires are run down, it helps turn a little bit better, keeps you more stable. So that's I feel like it's going to be a factor that once if we get a good long run in, you will start to see a lot of people get not sideways, but like move up a track a little bit, have to maybe lay off the throttle to like make sure they are able to hold the line. With this car, but you can bump draft in these things. It's not too safe, but you know, at the same time, you can do it. You just gotta be very smart with it. Definitely no bumping in the corners. That is death for anyone and everything. But I think tonight the big factor for all of us is gonna be just try to stay out of the trouble, and hopefully just miss all the trouble. Try to run smart, be clean, hopefully be there at the end, because the good news about us in these is we're using the Winston format, which means we don't really need a win. As long as we get good runs and we can keep it smart, we should be good to go.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. I hope we'll talk to you at the end of this thing, get the season start off right.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir. For Kay Cannon to do that, he'll have to go through some of Inspire's best and some of the Inspired new startups. With that being said, eerily similar to the Inspired 250, Stephen Henning Jr. on pole tonight. David McCullough, Kay Cannon, Tyler Stone, Aaron Stanton in his return tonight will round out the top 5. Darcy Horror, Wade Alexander, Ethan Sikorsky, Elijah Fisher, Robert Wilhoit, Dustin Wantley, the 11 of Dustin and Travis Farmer will round out the Fast 12 tonight. Try to get a, just a matter of fact, on down through the field. Again, 22 car strong. Jesse Glover, Ty Wilson, Ben Milden, Mike Hauser, Colt Ward, Shane Hard, Hayden S. Williams, and Jason Williams, one of 2 father-son duos tonight. 19th and 20th. The other one would be Darcy and Shane Hard. Right now, Darcy will be running off 6th, Hard 18th. Juan Cos Jr. and James Hadaway will round out the field, 21st and 22nd. I believe the field will be going green this time, but I'm not expecting to. No, there it is. About to say, I know we get another pace lap with these cars. Well, if you're a lot of drivers trying to get the man who came in here tonight. Well, we got time for 2 if we make it quick. Shane Hard, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast. But you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's up, Garrett?
Oh, not a whole lot. You know, just hanging out on Saturday night. I want to ask you first. Old man starting up there in 6. You're starting in the back. Pretty much Inspired Motorsports spread out throughout the board. What is the plan tonight for the 21? What have you learned about these cars that you can correlate over and possibly try to get a win tonight?
Well, I haven't really learned much. This is kind of my first real league race with them, so I think I'm just going to sit in the back here and stay patient. Is Hayden running the same paint scheme as me right now?
Yep, number 3.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool.
It said the 21's different.
The 21 is different?
Yeah, 21's more black in. Actually, it is
cool.
black in.
Well, you got 2 of the best out here then, so hopefully you see these Goodwrench cars up front along with, my teammates and see what we can do today at the end here.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. I hope we talk to you at the end of it like we did the 250.
Thank you, brother. Enjoy the show.
Yes, sir. Last interview. I don't know if I'm going to have time. We're going to hold off on that last interview till maybe another caution or so. Field already in turns 3. With Stephen Henning. Well, it's extremely familiar, Jordan. For Stephen Henning Jr. tonight, in a way, in the back of his mind, it is redemption for the Inspired 250. Got a little bit longer way to go. 109 laps tonight. And it'll all be right here on the Racing Network. Stephen Henning Jr., David McCullough brings them down to the start. We're rolling. Down back straight away, Henning and Cannon out to a strong lead already. Well, right now, of course, you're going to see the big key with these cars. I mentioned the retro style of drafting. It is going to be hard to get track position. The only way you're going to make 2 lanes work is if you have a lot of cars in tow with you. You see it now. Cannon's going to swing to the outside. Okay, Cannon at the line. Give it to Stephen Henning Jr. Not by much. Cannon is standing from the loaner team, going for the lead early. Ray Alexander would fall into second, or well, actually now fall into third. Second in line behind Stephen Henning. Elijah Fisher, Tyler Stone is 2 by 2 by 2. As they come off of turn 4, Darcy Hard trying to make something happen early. Down back straight away. Kate Cannon trying to put that Budweiser car out front. Not able to do it yet. Henning's going to battle back to the inside. James Hadaway, Juan Cobbs Jr. missed the start. I can assure you that they are not completely 3 laps down. Right now, off the pace and at the draft for the moment. Kate Cannon with a great run. Off of turn 4 again. This time, Cannon will get it done. Well, right now, you're right on board with Stephen Henning. Kate Cannon's going to drop down to the bottom. Oh, Cannon wants to see. You're going right on board with Cannon now. Looking out the back of Stephen Henning, Aaron Stanton's teammate. Pulling that outside lane with 2 of the Inspired Motorsports cars of Darcy Hart and Tyler Stone. Flip that order. You'll get Tyler Stone at 25, Darcy Hart at 35. Here comes a push from Henning into turn 3. Got to be very easy pushing these cars. Get very sketchy. All right, now the field pretty much playing it safe by ear right now. Nobody really making a bunch of big moves. The handling of this car is going to become so crucial with this track. The older Daytona surface, a lot more bumps compared to what we see on the other Daytona. Stephen Henning will jump to the outside lane. He's going to try and make something happen again. All back through the field. On back through the field right now, one driver openly has admitted that he is not the best at restrictor plates, but is here tonight, hoping to run full-time in the Saturday night series, the 42. You're driving on board with the Sporky of Colton Ward. And right now, Ward actually hanging out in the 18th spot, right behind Stephen Henning, or right behind Shane Hart. But right now, I think Colton's just playing easy, just wants to make it to the end like a lot of these drivers do. Well, Colton, of course, burst onto the scenes last season. Took, even though he's not championship eligible, took it right to the big boys of Inspired Racing League and have thoroughly impressed towards the last half of the season, looking to pick up right where he left off as Aaron Stanton from race control to driver to the lead like well, you can tell he ain't missed a beat already. Big ass fans Chevrolet up front with his teammate Cannon right behind him. Wade Alexander as well, side by side with Steve Henning on the outside lane. Inspired Motorsports 1, 2, and 3 on the outside lane as Aaron Stanton will lead. Right now, Elijah Fisher jumps to the outside of Stephen Henning. Fisher wants to lead down and back straight away into Greg Biffle, throwback National Guard number 16. Right now, outside lane really does not appear to have a lot of help. And as Alexander loose, hang on to her, buddy. He'll save it. What a save. was saying, but Alexander did a great job holding on to it. Unfortunately, dropped all the way back to the 19th position. Man, let's look back real fast, see what happened. Whoa, you're messing up here. Just gets loose. And it all gets loose, kiss the apron. This track, the handling is going to be the most critical thing tonight, is handling. That's what it's going to boil down to. As right now, Aaron Stanton continues to lead about a half a car length gap over Cade Cannon. And tonight, this is going to be the best car. The best car will win tonight. Pit stops, even more crucial than ever, because track position is going to be extremely difficult to really be able to make anything happen tonight. I wish I had old Josh Henderson up here in the booth. Let's see if I can get this. Down and back straight away. Stanton, Cannon, Hennings, I believe David McCullough and Elijah Fisher, the top 5 as they run right now, and right on board with the 16 of Elijah Fisher. And really the big thing here, listen to throttle control. See, he's off pace right now. He's still in the draft. You can tell just by how much the car's bouncing up and down how crucial it is. You can look and tell, massive bump right there. And this is the thing that drivers are going to have to prepare for. They knew this track was bumpy. Me personally, I ran on this track the other night. I could not believe how much more bumpier that it was, that I thought it was. Not to mention the other thing, you got safer barriers, yes, but the majority of this track, at least off of the turns, it is nothing but concrete. And that's going to be the big thing now, right there on the outside wall, nothing but pure concrete. That's going to be the big thing, that if a driver hits the wall, it's going to be massively different compared to hitting the wall on a safer barrier than slapping the concrete. Down back straight away. Cade Cannon looking to the inside of his teammate Stanton now for the lead. Well, the thing about it is how Stanton going to be able to handle this run. Cannon's going to get to his inside. Bad part for Aaron Stanton now. He's got to hope somebody's going to let him in line. Either that or somebody's going to hope to jump up there and win him right now. Top 6 breakaway. As Tyler Stone will let him in line. Well, Cade Cannon back out front. Fastest lap right now, Stephen Henning Jr., lap 9 of 48.094. Down and back straight away. Going back through the field, Robert Wilhoit right now pulling the main pack. Trying to get caught back up to the top 6. Well, Robert Wilhoit, again, a fast car. When we came to the Inspire 250, unfortunately, his night was done about as quickly as it began on lap 25 with a wreck. Late tonight, everybody just wanting to play safe. They have made it past the first caution for the 250. Down back straight away. Not much change in the top 5. Really nothing's changed since we went further into the back of the field. now, top three separation now. Kenny Hennings and David McCullough breaking away from Elijah Fisher. Aaron Stanton and Tyler Stone. Right now, back to the field, we'll check in on the reigning Cup Series champion, Shane Hart. Right now in 11th has found Darcy Hart. But this is playing out a lot like how the 250 did play out. Just everybody trying to drive, be easy, not really make a lot of aggressive moves early. So as you're right on board with the 21. Right now, Shane back in the 11th spot and is actually the admin box biggest mover of the race so far tonight, up 7 spots where he started this race. Mike Hauser and Colton Ward both up 4. And then Rob Will Hoyt in the 11 of Dustin up 3 from where they started. Elijah Fisher, matter of fact, will slide into the second most, up 5 from where he started this race. So right now it's ride, fill out the car, and push. Well, don't really push. You see Robert Wilhoit out of line, massive checkup. Well, meanwhile, back up front, Kay Kenny continues to lead here at Daytona, working lap 16. Or working lap 15, as a matter of fact. They look down the back straight away. Top 6 back together. All right, now, of course, we'll go back even further through the field. Not much change at the moment. Well, there's 2 distinct packs. There's this little small pack that consists of the front runners on back from 7th on down to about 16th, the second pack. Gotta go even further there to find this little 4-car pack right now being led by Haynes Williams, his dad Jason Williams. First time ever these two have raced together in the Inspired Racing League. Right now 17th and 18th. Ty Wilson and Wayne Alexander had a big save earlier. Right now consists of this little 4-car pack. On back through the field, James Hadaway. Right now experiencing some internet issues. And of course, you recognize this driver from the not the Inspired Racing League, but the Midnight Racing League. Juan Cobbs Jr. making his debut tonight in the inaugural running of the Inspired Thunder Series. Of course, ran at Rockingham, was not the race he wanted. But nonetheless, making his debut tonight right now, running in the 22nd spot. Well, that's through the field. As right now, Stephen Henning continues to lead. Well, make no mistake about it, I think this field, they've kind of got their act together, wanting to go single file. You're right on board now with the 11 of Dustin. And really, we're going to look at the lap times. So at the bottom of these 2 names, you see Tyler Stone. Stone will be the driver ahead of him. We're going to see if they've made any gains this lap. Well, right now, Stone was in the red, so that tells us that there was a massive gain earlier. This time, not so much, barely a thousandth of a second. The other thing we'll have to look at tonight as far as that goes, we'll go ahead and look at the sector time. So the first half of the racetrack will be sector 1. The second half of the racetrack, sector 2. So halfway down the back straightaway, right there you see sector 1. The 11 faster than Tyler Stone up there, as I believe they're putting 1 car a lap down at the moment. Somebody's got shut out of line. We're right on board with the 11 one more time for this lap. Then McCullough got shifted out of line. The only bad thing is they got shifted out of line, so it kind of hurts to really get an accurate representation of this. Right now, well, there you see it, almost a second off, but of course that could be due to getting shuffled out of line. But right now, it's safe to assume that this pack can get their act together and quit running single file or quit running side by side. They will be able to catch this pack as they work their way down the back straightaway. They're definitely gaining. And they're gaining like they really are. But right now, I'm looking at now 0.3 of a second back and coming slowly, but they're coming. Or not there, man. I spoke too soon. 3 seconds back. Right there, you see it, 2.6. Well, now they've got disconnect, so that back there took again, so now they're starting to fall back. You'll pretty much just, from the 11 to the 43, next time it flashes across the screen, you'll really be able to see. But right now, similar to the 250 that I've said about 8 times now, Stephen Henning out front's led 5 laps tonight. Aaron Stanton's led 6. Cade Cannon has led 8. Them are really them are your 3 leaders for the race tonight so far, and they run 1, 2, and 3. Right now, field makes their way down the back straightaway yet again. Right now, field working a 20-lap run, pretty much been green since the start. You see now the field, they're starting to get out of line. This actually is not going to help them as the light official will jump outside with Tyler Stone. But this will bring that field back together. And right now, well, it actually does not appear to be that way, because if you go further back, Darcy Harsh shoved out of line. Ethan Sikorsky running 6th. I'm not seeing a lot of his driver dedicated this to full time Saturday night. You see Ethan's going to jump up to the outside lane. Shane Harr and Colton Ward will take over this second pack. They work their way down the back straightaway. Right now, not much change throughout the top 5. Couple of jostling around. Stephen Henning continues to lead. Aaron Stanton, Cade Cannon, David McCullough, and Tyler Stone top 5. Elijah Fisher slips back to 6th. Right now, of course, well, within the next few laps, 86 to go, 85 at the line. Juan Cox Jr. and James Hadaway are in pit road now. It's going to be interesting to see. They're coming in on a 23-lap run. see, of course, Juan Cos and James Hadaway out of the pits, already 1 lap down, in jeopardy of maybe going 2. Down the back straightaway. 84 to go. Not quite quarter in. All right, now we got some takers in. So, a little bit of issues back there with Ty Wilson. The 5 in the grass, going to hurt him big time. But you got Jesse Glover. You got Glover. You got Alexander. Oh, even more. Hayden Williams or Jason Williams and Ty Wilson collision on pit road. This is a mess for both of them drivers. Well, the Hayden Williams out of the pits. Here comes the field. The leaders, you could say. Well, here you got Stephen Henning, David McCullough, Tyler Stono shoots his pit box, Ben Milton, black flag. Robert Wilhoit, Travis Farmer, Aaron Stanton, Jay Kennan, and Elijah Fisher stay out, as does, well, actually, I believe now, as does Shane Hart, Colton Ward, Darcy Hart as well. I am believing some of these drivers are staying out. As here comes Stanton and Kennan, the loners. 2 out of the 4 loners tonight. Darcy Hart is in this time along with Ethan Sikorsky. Stephen Henning Jr. out now, so the last ones to make a pit stop will be Shane Hart, Colton Ward, Elijah Fisher. Shane Hart to the front for the first time tonight, down the back straight. If you look at HDR a lot, I've always talked about pit stops, so crucial and so critical to ensuring that you will be in contention to win. And right now you see has been several drivers. Here comes Har, Ward, and Fisher now. And oh, Shane Har almost loses it. Hang on to her, buddy. Woo, massive slide. Now where does that fall into right here? Standing others coming out. Really, these are the highest runners on the track without being in pit road. But if you look on the track map, you see Stephen Henning Jr. got a few more cars right behind him right now. You see at the bottom of the track map, the 16, the 42, you cannot see the 21. Right now, they're faded out, showing that they are on pit road. Now they're rolling. So Cannon and Stanton, they're going to be the highest runners right now. So really you're watching to see, will Colton, Shane, and Elijah Fisher's strategy of going a lap or 2 longer play out? And the way it looks, it is. Elijah Fisher's actually lost the draft to the 42 and the 21. Not a problem because Fisher will have Cannon and them coming up right behind him. But you see on the track map how drastically pit stops can change. They're already spread out beforehand, but now everybody's massively spread out. Kind of reminds me of 2004 with these cars spread out, and who is not surprised to see these two 1-2 yet again. Shane Hart, Colton Ward, the battles they had last season, awesome. Getting it re-energized tonight. Well, Colton Ward led 2 laps so far. Shane Hart is yet to lead a lap. Well, Cannon and Stanton back there. That is 3rd and 4th as right now Jason Williams goes 1 lap down after the mishap on pit road and set the 40 back several spots. 80 to go, be 79 at the line. One lap down. the back straightaway. But really, this is kind of the old school drafting that we grew up accustomed to. It's not so much drivers stuck in a pack. But right now, after the pit stops, Colton Ward, Shane Hara 1 and 2. You gotta go back to ways to find Kane Kennedy and Aaron Stanton. They are 3rd and 4th. Stephen Henning Jr., Tyler Stone, Elijah Fisher. Right now, that is 5th, 6th, and 7th. Right behind him, the 8 of James Hadaway. Rough going pit road has sent him back. Gotta go back a little ways more. David McCullough, Ethan Sikorsky, Darcy Harr. 11 of Dustin Travis Farmer, Juan Cobbs Jr. If this whole group right here, I know that there's lap cars involved, but if this whole group right here can get formed up, they can run down the top 4. That's the thing, if they can get grouped up. The other thing is, a second pack has struggled to really stay in line. You're seeing it now right up towards the front. But on down through the remainder of the field, 12th position, Travis Farmer. A great run at Rockingham on Monday night. Right now, he's got Robert Wilhoit behind him in 13th. Mike Hauser by himself at the moment in the 14th spot. Hayden Williams, Wade Alexander, that's 15th and 16th with Jesse Glover behind them. Glover in 20th. The first of the cars 1 lap down. Jason Williams is 17th. James Hadaway in 18th. Juan Cobbs Jr. We see him in 19th spot. Jesse Glover just talked about him right now in 20th, 1 down. Ben Milden in 21st, 2 down. And Ty Wilson, 2 down without a front bumper. For right now, the front 2 leading, Colton Ward, Shane Hara. With that being said, folks, going to take a quick break. Just going to be gone for probably a minute. 75 to go. And right now, you're watching Colton Ward and Shane Hara lead the field, top 5 at the top of the board. While we take a quick little brief commercial break. Back live from Daytona. Colton Ward, Shane Hara still 1 and 2. Stanton, Cannon, and Hennings the top 5. Well, right now you see Elijah Fisher has actually caught to the back bumper of Stephen Henning. This pack right here trying to get formed up, but they're not really going much where. As a matter of fact, psych, I lied. Stephen Henning Jr. catching Cannon and Stanton. The thing about it is, will they try to push the 27 into 9 in hopes to catch the top 2, who are right now 3.7 seconds ahead. I think they will, and if that other pack with David McCullough and then behind can get caught up as well, then they'll really be able to run down Ward and Hard, and then we're going to really be able to see what the 42 and the 21 can do in traffic. Right now, it's been so hard to really do anything. A matter of fact, I mentioned track position as Stanton and Cannon will go up to the, Stanton will stay down. In front of, Henning almost gets turned through the grass. Stephen Henning with a hell of a recovery, but can he recover enough to hold on to it? No. His best thing right now, try to get David and them to push him back up there, get right back up to Hayden's draft. 9-4 jumps out of line, so does the 25. Well, I believe the 25 was going to attempt to go back there when Henning evidently got the message all clear. Let's keep going. As Aaron Stanton continues to lead. Or not lead, but lead the second pack. See the 8 in the wall. Right now, 4.5 seconds, but now you see the gap starting to close. I talked about pit stops earlier. And how critical was Cannon loose. Second time I've seen a driver get loose. But we talk about it, and really, how pit stop will make or break this in track position wise. Right now, the front two, Colt Ward, Shane Har, they're the admin box biggest movers of the race so far since the race started, and it's all because of green flag pit stops. We'll look at the Raging Idiot Racing Network pit strategy link. Right now, as you can see on the side, Ward and Har up 16 spots. That is because they went 2 laps further than the majority of the field. That's how they were able to catapult up there to the position that they're in. So pit stops, it will make or break this race that we're already seeing. But not to be outdone, as if this field could quit going too wide, they could really catch probably Shane and Colton. But at every time, and I'll tell you the other issue that they might be facing. I don't know if it was fixed in the last update, but beforehand, Ethan Hard into the wall. That's broke. Car's broke. 94 through the grass. And he's going to try to spin it. No caution. He's going to get it back rolling. And it is it's a black flag for starters on the 10. He is rolling. Right now out of harm's way, Robert Wilhoit coming up. He'll get to the apron, will stay green. That's really going to upset this pack. Right now you see where your favorite manufacturer is running, and right now is the Chevy Top 3, followed by the 2 Fords of McCullough and Fisher. Right now, 68 to go, and it has been green right from the get-go. Travis Farmer is in the pits. Right now, we saw earlier, 25 was the distance. Anywhere from 25 to 28. So we can assume that 25-28 is the distance yet again. 67 to go. I'm telling you, this field, we're going to see where they at the line here. 2.9. Travis Farmer out of the race. He'll be the first retiree of the night. Ty Wilson back in the pits. Right now, they got the last time. There is the front two in sight of Stephen Henning Jr. way up there through the tri-oval. 1.75, so they finally have gotten straightened out enough to where they've realized we can easily run these guys down. And right now they're going to have a big head of steam coming off the two. Down back straight away. Hard looks to the outside of Colton Ward. Here comes the field. But this will be at least, if I'm not mistaken, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth, and ninth with Tyler Stone. Well, Colton Ward has led for 17 laps. And he will lead for 18. What does Henning do? Does he ride in line? He will. No, he won't. To the outside of Shane Horry and Spire Motorsports. Side by side for second. Down the back straight away. Henning to the outside. First 2x2 action we've seen in a long time. And oh, Colton Ward, caution's out. The two is involved. David McCullough in the grass, and for the first time on lap 45, we're under caution. This will save a lot of drivers. I'm going to say that right now. God almighty. Well, what has happened to put us under caution? Let's look at it. Well, Steven's going to come down, and it looks like David's going to misjudge it. Gradually come on down across Ward's nose. A simple spin, but it has thrown a massive monkey wrench into this whole equation. Stephen Henning is the leader. Elijah Fisher, Shane Hart, Colton Ward, Aaron Stanton. The top four. Free pass will go to Jason Williams. Well, while we're under caution, that interview that I mentioned earlier, we'll wait till after they get done in the pits. Well, Henning, Fisher, everybody's going to be in. I'll be surprised if some drivers take the wave around other than the free pass and a much more calmer pit road than what we saw in the green flag. 4 tires and fuel, you see Henning, a lot of drivers going to be doing this here. race off of pit road. Give it to Steven Shane R. Barely. Yeah, it might not be official yet. Right now, if it wasn't official, it would have already been said. So tickers have a glitch in them, if you notice, some drivers. Well, race off of pit road, Shane Hart, Stephen Henning, Aaron Stanton, Elijah Fisher, and Dustin. Top 5. Now let's see if we cannot get Elijah Fisher in here for an interview. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Well, I want to ask you, this has been, up until then, a very calm race. Is this the kind of race that you and a lot of other drivers expected to have, to where it gets so spread out and where it'd be really hard to make track position? What has been your standpoint of the race thus far?
Yeah, it's been really calm. Surprisingly, I think the heat that we do have here at Daytona Beach is actually making it a little bit of a wear game as well, because these things are kind of getting loose on entry, and I suspect that over time this race is just going to get more and more slick, and we're actually having to rely on tires a little bit today.
Well, right now, track temp 125, 82 degrees out here at Daytona Beach. Not enough for me to go out onto the beach and do a little bit of tanning, but besides the point. What can we expect, do you feel like, from the race on that, other than tire wear? Do you expect drivers to really try to make the outside lane work, or do you feel like pit road is actually going to play a key benefactor in all this?
Yeah, I think pit road's going to always be a factor. It seems like, if you just can't get with the pack on a pit stop, it's a problem. But it just kind of seemed like a lot of cars were either saving or not saving, and we were kind of on the good end of it, at least, that we were up higher. But it's kind of been a different type of plate race for sure. I mean, it's not like the other series we've seen, or in a Gen 6. Yeah, exactly. It hasn't been like probably a lot of things people see on your YouTube channel, but we do have a little bit of a tech glitch going on with us at the moment. The cars were kind of accidentally split into 2 different classes, but I hope it's not affecting broadcast and everything's 1 through 10 at least.
Yeah, so, well, buddy.
Well, then we're good.
Yep, well, buddy. Best of luck for you here. I'll let you get back down to Mike. We'll hopefully talk to you at the end of this thing.
Appreciate it.
Yep. All right, now, the 1 to go. Shane Hart, Stephen Henning, Aaron Stanton, Elijah Fisher, the 11 of Dylan, the top 5. And you got Cannon Stone, Darcy Har, Will Hoyt, and Hayden Williams. I had to think. I'm normally used to 1 Williams per race. I ain't used to 2. That is the top 10. Well, Shane Hart, Stephen Henning, Inspired Motorsports 1 and 2. Let me bring us to the restart. Well, this kind of clears everybody's head for a moment right now. As it stands, 17 drivers on the lead lap. 60 to go from Daytona. Single file restarts. Oh, they're wrecking big in the back. Mike Hauser, Wade Alexander, Ethan Sikorsky involved. Colton Ward, massive damage to the 42. No bumper. Now, black flag for several drivers. Ben Milton involved in this. David McCullough, meatball flag. Massive damage to the 2. A great night for David will come undone. Juan Carlos Jr. looks like he's got damage to the front end of that nose. What in the world has happened? Well, I know. And I know I saw Mike Hauser get turned. I'm not sure what for. Well, guys, going to look at it here. Driver's trying to get caught up. Alexander not to the back, and the mat is just a checkup. Really, it's the first checkup we've seen all night, but from there, driver's just piling in. I'm going to give Mike a second to breathe before we pull him up into the broadcast booth. But yeah, this is pretty much just what it is. It's a checkup. It's a product of single file restarts, really. Driver stopping and going from there. Looks like it starts with going towards the back. Looks like it'll start with heading into the back of Will Hoyt, out there to the back of Williams. If just from there, I mean, just good God Almighty. We're gonna give him a minute to cool off for a minute. Not a lot of damage to the 43 and Mike Hauser. Colton Ward, no bumper and damage to the rear. That is very questionable. Or two will making into the pits. We're under caution yet again. 10-4, appreciate it, Brent. Well, that's happened. And what it does, it brings the field in yet again. Well, the 11 and the 3 will stay out. Shane Harlan wins the race off of pit road yet again. Ending Stanton, Cannon, Fisher will be the top 5 out of pit road. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth, buddy. You got a copy.
I gotcha. What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. Daytona, a horse mistress as ever. Just take us through. We saw the according effect. Did you have any idea that they're going to be checking up when they did?
I didn't, and I don't know if that's on me. We were getting ready to go green. I hit the gas, and the guy in front of me, I don't know who it was, I named it Hayden. It just didn't get going as fast as I thought, and I hit the brakes, and that was it from there. And I feel awful for Colton behind me. He didn't have any time to react, so I don't really know if that's on me or not, but I'm sorry if it is. You got damage here, but I don't think it's race ending. We just kind of got to repair it in waves here. Yeah.
Well, about how bad is the car really messed up, and can it still get out there and contend?
Nothing terminal. Crew chief says we got it knocked out. It's got the toe knocked out a little bit, and we have some rear damage. So they're putting Bondo on it as I'm speaking. Yeah, hey, yeah, tape it down, yeah. Yeah, they're putting Bondo on it right now as we speak, and hopefully we'll be able to get back out there. No motor damage, which is good, but we just have to beat this thing back into shape, and hopefully we'll have a car that can contend at the end.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you still at the end of this thing.
All right, thanks, Garrett. Appreciate it.
Yep. From one driver to another one. Colton Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Hello.
Well, not been the way you've wanted to start off your season so far. The front bumper's back on. That's a good thing. But how bad is the car hurt? Can it still go out there and contend for the win, or is it pretty much just feel it out for now?
I got like another minute 10, so we'll see how it drives here. But it's fully repairable.
Well, buddy, that's great to hear. I wanted to ask, has this been the race that you've kind of expected so far tonight? When it was calm for the majority of the night? And really the anticipated getting any better?
I was like kind of surprised me and Shane kind of pulled away from the field, and then they did catch back up, but that's not how I expected Daytona to run.
All right, buddy. Well, look, I'll drop you back down with your teammates. Best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully we'll still be able to talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Well, right now, as it stands, the top 10 as they run. The 11 of Dustin, then you got Williams, Aaron Stanton, Cade Kennan, Elijah Fisher, the top 5. Shane Harr, Stephen Henning, Tyler Stone, Robert Will Hoyt, Darcy Harr rounds out the top 10. Single file restarts with the lap cars to the bottom if they so wish to be up there, and try to attempt to get their lap back. Oh, you know some will. Some will, some won't. right now, Juan Collins Jr. and Ty Wilson will try to attempt to get their laps back. As the 11 brings them into the restart zone, we're rolling yet again. Much better restart this time. Back row, you actually see from the spectator cam, which is kind of hard to see, so I won't stay on it for very long. But this is from the nosebleed section of Daytona. I have all eyes just as realistic as what it is being there in real life. I wouldn't know. As Aaron Stanton in front of the drone camera going for the lead with Kane Cannon right behind him, and then Elijah Fisher on the outside lane. Top 6, top 7, top 8 are all in the lead. Pat Juan Collins Jr., the first car, 1 lap down. As Stanton leads. Right now, the loner duo of Aaron Stanton and Kate Cannon lead down the back straightaway. Elijah Fisher, Shane Harr, Stephen Henning, Tyler Stone will jump up. Robert Wilhoit trying to make something happen. 3 wide. Immediately back to 2 is the first 3 wide action we've seen all night so far tonight. David McCullough has tucked the number 2 to the garage. He will be done for the night and will join Travis Farmer in the garage. Now Fisher, Harr, and Henning still trying to make the outside lane work. I'm very surprised that really. I'm kind of. I mean, I knew what to expect coming into this race, but as far as the package goes, but it has been a pretty entertaining race up to this point. So much so that I'm enjoying a Miller High Life at the moment. Enjoying racing on Saturday night. Still to come, Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series. That will be live at midnight. Try to get it a little early, about 11:45, but at the latest midnight. Well, right now, as far as that series goes, entering tonight for the Super Speedway Series, following Brian Henning's win, or no, matter of fact, following Adronaut's win, if I've got it right, after Daytona, Mark Pearson, Corey Wright, Trevor Adronaut, Bryce Hinton, Lyndon Belichick, the 5 drivers locked in to the playoffs in the Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series on down. Justin Miller, car 6, Decon 7, Taylor Markle 8, Timothy Cook, Mitchell Rardon, Kevin Allen, and Frank Chavez. The top 12 in the playoffs right now on points alone. So do not want to miss the action for that one, as they will head to, if I'm not mistaken, Atlanta for the next gens. I'll be right here on Racing Idiot Racing Network following the conclusion of the Inspired Thunder Series. And right now, Aaron Stanton's led for 11 laps so far tonight. Continuing to lead. Kate Cannon has been at the front a lot of the race as well. 51 to go. Of course, the last series that we ran on Saturday night was the ARCA Series in Season 1. Aaron Stanton would wind up winning the first 2 races. And ultimately be a 4-win season, but would not result in a championship for Aaron Stanton, trying to make all that go away this season. Right now, Cannon locked onto his back bumper. Well, as the field works the way down the back straightaway, 50 to go. At the line, and right now you pretty much see just about the top 10 all in line right now at the moment. Right now, 9 4th, Ethan back out onto the racetrack, 8 laps down. Try to pick up whatever points he can if there's a big one. Right now, Stanton will get out to a little bit of a lead. Right now, I think Keenan's willing to ride for the moment. Not Robert Wilhoit. Up in 4th. I've not heard a lot out of the driver to 22 tonight so far. You're right on board winning. Right now, we're right on. Right now, you're watching. We're actually going to look at his mile per hour. Right now, just barely cracking the throttle. And man, I just cannot get how bumpy these cars are handling this track. The 11 a little loose coming off of 4. Well, this is a wheel. This is not the same Daytona where you can just hold it flat foot and, you know, pray that nothing happens as it put the 8 a lap down of James Hadaway. But this is not where you can just flat foot around. Got to be smart here. Right now, Robert Wilhoit up 6 spots from where he started this race. Biggest mover still, Shane Har up 13 from where he started. But Hayden Williams up 12 right now in 7th. Right now, Stan will jump to the outside lane. I believe this is a strategy move in hopes to save fuel for the 27. Right now, as it stands, Cannon, Dustin, Will Hoyt, the top 3, followed by Shane Hart, Stephen Henney, Hayden Ness, Williams, Aaron Stanton, and Elijah Fisher, Tyler Stone. Here we go, a little bit of two-wide action. Well, Cannon and Will Hoyt trying to make something happen. Give it to Dustin at the line. But they're going to have a slow car to come up and kind of impede this whole deal. Will Hoyt will get down. Cannon's going to try to, I'm not sure what Cannon's going to try to do with his lap car. And he dropped down. He's waiting for Stanton to give him a line. Down the back straightaway, 45 to go. Look at the pit strategy link. Well, we're going off in the first stint anywhere from 25 to 28 laps. They were just outside the field window then, and right now you see them as they run right now. Right now, on a 7:12 for the 11, it's a 17-lap run, and for Williams, a 17-lap run, make it 18. They are hoping desperately for a caution to come out, try to save them. Was that too soon? Everybody else in a 13 to 14-lap run. We're up at 94, 9 laps down now, right now in 19. The field works their way down the back straightaway. right now, only 2 cautions to start this race. Been a fairly tame race for the most part, 43 to go. Right now, signal foul out. Colton Ward about to go, 1 lap down. Right now for Dustin in the 11, it has been a standout debut tonight in the Inspired Thunder Series. Right now, Lee has led for now 9 laps to make it 8. Actually, I'm 1 lap off. Right now, most laps led belongs to the 42 of Colton Ward, who just went a lap down. Caution is out. Jesse Glover and Darcy Harr with 41 laps to go. Well, Darcy Harr was on the lead lap in 11th. Jesse Glover was 15th at the time of caution. God almighty. All right, let's review it. Play a little ways back here. All right, we're going to go around to 82. Okay. Jesse gets loose to the travel, goes through the grass. Comes back up right in front of Darcy Harr. Man. Man, oh man. And that is how we're under caution. Free pass will go to Colton Ward. So the Sporky will be back on the lead lap and we'll have a chance to fix a little bit more damage. Well, let's see if we cannot get an interview with a couple of drivers whenever they hit pit road. All right, out of field will be in this time. Steve Henning. Sun drives already rolling. Shane Harr will come out second. Henning will win the race off the pit road. And let's see if we cannot talk to the man who, right now, unsurprisingly, has had a very quiet night, all things considering, coming from this driver. Robert Wilhoit, Garrett James up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
On Deer Bear.
Well, bud, it's been a very quiet night for the 22, but it has been a very great night as well for the 22. I wanted to ask you, like I've asked the other drivers, was this kind of the race you were expecting to play out tonight?
Actually, I'm pretty shocked how calm it's been. Get some really good green runs going and everything. Hopefully, we can keep it up going towards the end. But yeah, it's with how much these cars move around. I'd have to say all these drivers are doing a heck of a job.
Well, I wanted to ask you, as far as that goes, how hard is it? We've seen a lot of drivers pretty much run single file for the majority of the night. How hard is it to really even generate a run to where, to even make a pass? Like, does it take the normal one or two cars like we're used to seeing, or does it take more than that? What's the key as we get further down for drivers to try to start making moves, try and gain positions?
I definitely think it's going to be at least 3 cars to really get the momentum going. You do get in the single file run, that last run I was getting some runs there, but I was just kind of letting them off, staying in line. Wasn't really trying to make any moves or anything, just playing the fuel mileage game here. We're averaging roughly about 28 to 29 laps per fuel tank, so
right now at least one more stop in the books.
Yeah, I would say, like, honestly, right now I would say we have at least one more pit stop, maybe 2 depending on if we get cautions.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight from here on out. Hope we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Appreciate it.
Yep. Robert Wilhoit will be restarting 4th. Stephen Henning, Shane Hart, Tyler Stone, Robert Wilhoit, Hayden Williams. Let me be sure I got that right one right. Yep, Hayden Williams, top 5. Kane Kennedy, Aaron Stitt, Elijah Fisher, Darcy Hart. And how about old Jason Williams has worked himself up back into the top 10 after a mishap on pit road. Set the 40 back for the majority of the night. He is back on the lead lap, as is Colton Ward. Wade Alexander going to take his chances and trying to get his lap back. Right now, Alexander 1 lap down and is in the free pass position, along with Juan Cobbs Jr. in 15th. And Cobbs actually going to go out there and try to rival that. Right now, Stephen Henning Jr. brings them down to the start. We're rolling yet again. Well, right now it is Inspired Motorsports 1, 2, and 3 on the outside lane and on the leaderboard as Stephen Henning Jr. leads the field down the back straightaway. Shane Hart, Tyler Stone, the top 3. Robert Wilhoit, Hayden Williams, the top 5. Henning down to the bottom of the track to cover the lap cars. Wilhoit going to hurry up and get back in line. Right now, there's about as much congestion as the field has had for a while. Shane Hart to the bottom is going to hold Wilhoit at bay on the outside lane. Stephen Henning working lane control. Wilhoit will look to the bottom. Henning's going to stay to the outside. Robert Wilhoit trying to go for the lead down the back straightaway. Okay, Kennedy into the wall. Keeps it straight. Don't think it's hurting the 9 of them. Don't think it's hurting the 9 all that much. Right now, Wilhoit, here comes Shane Hart back to the lead on the outside with Tyler Stone, his teammate behind him. Massive separation from the 84 to the 22. That's going to let Hart lead his 4th lap of the race tonight. Oh, will he turn? Elijah Fisher's involved. Go Wars to the grass. The 11 of Dustin is involved. Juan Collins Jr. to the grass. God almighty. Yet again. Massive damage to Robert Wilhoit. Meatball flag, potentially terminal. Elijah Fisher do not know the extent of the damage to the 16. This will be a turning point in this race. God almighty, man. All right. Let's look at it. This will start somewhere with Robert. I ain't too sure what quite happens here. Let's go up to Robert. You see Robert's getting his tongue out to dry. Gets a little loose in Alexander. I mean, it just is a bobble, and from there, you see Fisher's going to get ran over by the 11. Rewind it one more time and in slow motion. Obviously, race control is going to see this a little bit. Well, I don't know how race control is going to call this, but right here, there's that bit of that slide. Robert will clip the apron, come back up. Alexander's going to make contact. It's going to fall right in Hayden's lap. Aaron Stanton barely, if little contact, but bam. Falls right into Elijah Fisher's lap. From there, the 11 is going to have nowhere to go. Into the wall is going to send the 16 to the wall. Colton Ward is just going to slide. Try to avoid this. Robert Wilhoit, a great race tonight, has gone awry late in the going for this race. Well, of course, this drone camera here ain't going to be worth the crap. But right there, you see the turn and bam. Into Fisher's lap. Fisher going to get ran over. Colton Ward, evasive action. Let's run on board with Colton. There you see it's going to get turned. Colton, he just spun it. I ain't got nowhere else to go. Next on board, let's go on board with Robert Wilhoit through this. Rewind this a little bit more. Right there, you see the ball will get on the apron. It's just as quickly as it happens, it's already over. Man, oh man. Two more on board. This one with Elijah Fisher. One of the fastest fish in racing. He's going to get caught up in this one. He's really going to fall right in his lap. Bam! Damage there, and then there. And hard into the concrete wall, like I mentioned earlier. The last one, Aaron Stanton with the big-ass fans on board. Stanton's all he's going to do is get a little bit of damage out of this. He's going to keep on rolling. Well, speaking of Aaron Stanton, let's see if can I get a word with the driver. Under 27. Aaron Stanton, I got a question for you. You need a dew wipe after that.
That was very good.
Well, buddy, first off, it does not, from what I don't know what your wheel looks like. From our camera angle, it does not appear to be a lot of damage to the 27, but how does it feel? Does it feel like anything's knocked out or messed up in the car?
Nothing. I had 0 damage.
Well,
somehow. Yeah, so I'm still in it.
Well, buddy, take me through. What did you see happen from your perspective, or pretty much we're fine, and then we're not fine? What was your take on it?
Give me a second here. I'm trying to hit my mark.
Take your time.
I just saw somebody get hooked into the fence, and I was like, well, hitting the wall is going to be safer than T-boning the guy. So.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you from here on out. Hopefully you won't have to change your underwear no more.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, from one driver to another one. Let's see if we can get Elijah Fisher in the booth. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. I got to ask, as bad as it looked, from what we can see, there's not a lot of damage to the 16. How are you feeling from inside the car? I know it's different from probably what we're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were going to be done. I mean, we definitely had a big impact in front, and maybe not as bad of an impact in the front, but definitely getting the rear-ended there was not good. So we're pretty much almost all good. You know, duct tape goes a long way, and Gorilla Glue and all the other great utensils that we supply here. And yeah, this 16's got fight left in it, so we'll see what we can do.
Well, buddy, I will ask, and I will say this Flex Seal also goes a long way as well. But I got to ask tonight, do you feel like the car's still confident enough to get to the front, or is it played by ear at this point?
We will see. I mean, it's about to go green. I guess you'll find out in a moment.
10-4. Good luck, buddy. And that's my fault because I misjudged the winter green. It's Cade Cannon. Brings them down. We're rolling. Oh, they're wrecking again in the back. God almighty, man. Caught Ward in the grass. Hayden Williams in the grass as well. Another restart. Jesus. Rewind it. And see what happens. I think some drivers trying to get up there to the choose, and it's just another accordion. Williams into the back of Ward. Ward and Fisher into the back of the 3. Just another checkup. Joel, good grief. Well, there's a time normally I'm speechless. Or there's not many times I'm speechless. Don't know how speechless I am right now. 'Cause I don't know what to say about that. I know what I want to say. God almighty, man. 5th caution of the night. It'll be with 30 to go, and the more they keep pushing back this window, the more desperate it's going to be. Matter of fact, Shane Hard, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Hey, buddy, I do. What's up?
Well, good. And now, 5th caution of the night. I wanted to ask, as you're in pit road right now, as a matter of fact, was the first question I got, what's the fuel situation looking like right now? 29 to go. We've heard, I talked to Robert right before he got involved in his wreck. I'm going to have to quit interviewing people. Every time I interview people, they get into a wreck, so I hope you don't. But
oh no,
just really, what's the fuel situation like? Robert said get 25 to 29 miles. At least he was, or miles. 25 to 29 laps remaining. 29 to go as we stand right now. Do you think fuel is going to be a concern still, or do you feel like there'll be another caution to really set this thing up to where it's all out to the end?
Yeah, I'd like to hope it would go green all the way. You know, that would add some fuel strategy to it because, yeah, like you said, we're right on the money. So if it would go green, I think there's gonna be some guys that are gonna use a little more than others, and you know, it might mix it up. But yeah, hopefully we don't end up with a bunch more yellows here, and you know, we can have some fun racing.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Drop you back down. Hopefully talk to you at the end of this thing still.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Drivers who have had a very up and down night. And Jason Williams, my guy, up 17 spots from where he started this race, has had a very up and down night in that number 40. Of course, the car was not able to get a paint job on it. Had to quickly come down and slap some stickers on it and get it out for Daytona. Right now, he is in third. Wade Alexander has not been a factor all night, really, since he almost spun out early in the race. Has worked his way back up to ninth. Juan Cobbs Jr., another one. Colton Ward in 11th. Just going to show, if you're going to have any problems, get it out of the way now versus later. If I'm involved in a wreck, I'd rather be involved early with it. Rather be involved in a wreck early, I have to face all that trouble early on in the race. Give myself a chance to really be there at the end. Tell you another one's had a very up and down day, Mike Hauser. But now he is within grasp right now in second. Kane Cannon led earlier in the race, 14 laps. Or actually led about 12 laps earlier in the race. Now he has led 14 with 27 to go when they take the green flag. It'll be Ward, Mike Hauser, Jason Williams, Shane Harr, Stephen Henning Jr. to top 10 or top 5. Aaron Stanton, Tyler Stone, Wade Alexander, Elijah Fisher, and Juan Cobbs Jr. 11 drivers on the lead lap. Hayden Williams, or not Hayden Williams, James Hadaway will be the first car on one lap down as they stand. Hayden Williams is actually the other car one lap down as they stand. All right. Okay, Cannon brings them down. We're rolling. Is this restart any better? Nope. Darcy all around. Darcy hard through the grass right now. We stay green. Caution. Again. Man. Second time the restarts came into play here. And it involves Darcy Harr. We had a great run going into 35 up until then. Let's look back at it. I got a feeling this will be the same thing that made me irritated as race control myself. Thankfully, I ain't got to be in this position right now. It's just people not being up to where they started, and from there, people just all over the back bumper of one another. And it's hard to say, man. I mean, I get that restarts can be tricky, but I don't know. Well, I got the opportunity. I bet the only person in Daytona right now hoping that they keep wrecking under the restart would be the driver number 9, Kate Cannon. Do you got a copy?
I do.
Well, this is playing right in your hand now, ain't it?
A little bit. I will admit, we are pitting right here.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, obviously, I don't know where everybody else is at. Okay, here they come, right behind you. But take me through it. Is this potentially the last pit stop for the number 9 going forward?
That's what we're going for. I'm hoping with this here, maybe they keep wrecking up a little bit. People feel like, let's go ahead and pit, and that allows me to slide up in front of everyone and hopefully be there then.
But I wanted to ask, how you've led 17 laps tonight, just 1 lap short of tying the most laps led with your teammate, Colton Ward, and 2 more laps from leading the most laps, gaining that extra bonus point. I want to ask, has it been difficult trying to gain the track position back, or has it just been people saving their stuff?
I want to say it's been half and half. A little. It's kind of hard to get around. Sometimes, like that last not the last caution, but the one where we went green and we had the lap cars are inside. That was a little bit difficult, and I did not like the way that was ending. But we got lucky with that. But I will say it's kind of half and half of people saving their stuff up, and then some people just going. It's just really right now. It's kind of the hope you get the right lane, stay out of all the trouble, and be there where it counts. And hopefully, with this being it should be our final stop. We should be good to go the rest of the way, and we should be all set.
Well, I want to ask you real fast.
What?
And I know the answer.
Okay.
Because I feel like I feel like where you got that paint job came from the same dude who I asked 2 months ago to make the same exact paint job, and he did. Did Jordan make that paint job?
He did in fact. He's also made 2 more other paint schemes you'll see me run on the Gen 4s, and he also is he's making a few other ones for the Xfinity and also the trucks, and so you'll see a lot of him.
Well, buddy, I want to say about 2 months ago I saw that car on Trading Paints, and I asked him to make that exact same car. So, looks good.
Wait, where do you think I got the idea from?
See, proves I got a brain cell left after a concussion. So, all right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. I won't keep you up no longer unless you finish in top 3 or just want to interview for the hell of it. Appreciate the time.
All right, I'll be here.
Yep. We'll rewrite the top. We'll rewrite the front spot. Mike Hather, Shane Harr, Jason Williams, Stephen Henning, Aaron Stanton, top 5, Charles Stone, Elijah Fisher, Juan Cobbs Jr. in 8th. Cade Cannon, Wade Alexander rounds out the top 10. Let's get Wade Alexander real quick. Wade Alexander, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, I will say this. Ever since earlier with it might have had a very great save. It has been it's been a struggle getting back to the front. Is that an accurate assumption?
Yes. Track position is definitely key here. Definitely got to stay out of trouble and keep it clean on pit road.
About
these wrecks.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you this last question, and then I'll let you get back down, because I know you're about to go green here, but how difficult has it really been to even gain the track position back, especially making passes?
It's been very difficult just because the runs aren't there. You got to be in the pack, and once you're in the pack, checking up usually results in you losing the drive, so you got to definitely stay on your toes.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. You're down there with Wilson, ain't you?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, Mike Hauser will bring them down. Will we get through this restart one more time? They're already stacking up. Jesus. I know race control's having a fit. Colt Ward and them still rolling. No caution yet. Caution's out. Shane Har made a pass on Mike Hauser. Caution is out. The field is frozen. Scott, I could not agree more with you. All right, let's look at it a second time. Just another stack up, and really, I don't know what to really say. We did not have this problem in the 250 when we ran the Inspire. We did not have this problem at Rockingham. I don't know what the deal is tonight. I really don't. Well, it's 10:40 on the East Coast. So right now we're racing to get in time for midnight. And with that being said, we're going to take a step away. You're watching the Inspired Racing League Thunder Series from Daytona Beach, Florida. We'll be right back. Lights on the pace car. Still going. Still on. It should be 1 to green here. So can I get where with Mike Hauser? Mike Hauser, I got to say, yeah, been very resilient tonight. Right from the get-go with 2 to go. How are you expecting this race to play out?
I have no idea because I have no idea how I got up to the lead to begin with. I guess there was a really big wreck earlier, and I got all my damage fixed. We've been having restart issues, I guess. I don't know what's been going on back there, but I think it's going to start ramping up now. People are starting to realize that the time is ticking, and you might get a little racier. So I wasn't there for a lot of it in the beginning, kind of trying to fight back for those spots or get that damage fixed. So I don't really know how it's going to go. I'm just hoping I can have this thing in one piece and fighting for a win at the end.
Well, if there's one positive to come out of this, you have made it 7 times further than what you made the 250. And don't,
That's great to hear.
And don't sit here and redo the math behind me because I'm not sure that's entirely right.
I am not thinking about that right now. I can't do math.
Neither can I, especially not in my head. Mike Hauser, best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing still.
Me too. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. Robert will continue to get one of his laps back, as a matter of fact. Robert 10 laps down. See if we cannot get Jason Williams in here real quick. Jason Williams, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, been an up and down night right from the get-go on pit road. I got to ask, does that 40 car, has it got what it takes to get the job done tonight?
I think it does. Like I said, we finished building this thing last night, didn't put a wrap on it, put an old GM crate motor in it, and here we are sitting third.
Oh, Johnny Benson 2000 car, but gray, pretty much. But
there you go.
Well, buddy, I was going to ask you another question, but it would appear I've ran out of time, really, to ask and let you get focused on the restart here. So, best of luck to you. Hopefully, we'll still be able to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Trey Rackett, Shane Hart, Mike Hauser, Jason Williams, Stephen Henning, Elijah Fisher, the top 5. Drivers on the bottom are lap cars attempting to get a lap back. All right, well, please, Lord. Much better this time. 19 laps to go. The field rockets away down the back straightaway. We see Ethan trying to work that bottom lane. Shane Hart not going to allow him to get one of his laps back. Mike Hauser, Jason Williams all trying to work that outside lane. Hart, Williams, and Hauser would drop to the bottom lane. Stephen Henning not quite clear. Now he is. 18 to go. Hart leads. They ought to be able to make it on fuel now, I would think. 18 to go. I believe they're within that realm that they can theoretically make it. Down and back straightaway. Dicing around. Williams to the outside lane. Here comes Stephen Henning. Garen Stanton on the bottom. Fisher at the help. Williams on the outside. Hart leads in turn number 3. $17 to go. Stephen Henning Jr. working himself up back into 3rd. Side by side for 4th between Stanton and Williams now. Well, it's still 2 by 2 outside lane, really not being able to form up a run. Hard out there. Oh, Williams gets turned. Hard into the wall. Fisher's involved. Ethan Sikorsky now. Oh, it's more and more drivers piling in. Jason Williams, massive damage. Tyler Stone as well. Hayden Williams are two of the H&W Motorsports drivers involved in this. Inspired Motorsports driver Tyler Stone involved in this. God almighty Lord. Elijah Fisher does not look like a lot of damage to that 16. Man. Alright, let's see what happened. Hard to say if this 40 gets loose. Fisher goes around, and I think for the second time in this race, Fisher will escape with not a lot of damage. But let's ride on board with Elijah Fisher. I want to see if there's contact between him and the 40. Let's look. I'll tell you the best camera angle is to see Fisher going for a wild ride. The best camera angle will be for Jason Williams. And we're going to ride on board the back bumper and see. There's one shot. Yeah, Fisher's all over. At least that's what that camera angle shows. When you're inside the bumper of the car like that, that means that they are on the freaking gas from there. Hayden Williams. Jesus. I know it's going to be interesting to see how race control calls it. Well, you see a tire already gone at its terminal damage tonight for Jason Williams. After an awesome recovery will be done. There goes the whole hub assembly on Williams. We got a request. Right on board Robert Wilhoit. Right on board with the 22. Oh, Robert will just, okay, a little bit of contact. Hang on, look out. Hell of a save, hell of a job by Robert Wilhoit as the field goes around behind him. From Mike Hauser, Shane Hart, Aaron Staten, Stephen Henning, and Kay Cannon, and the unpredictability about Daytona. We just mentioned that maybe, you know, Elijah Fisher maybe had a chance at this. Jason Williams had a chance at this. And now both of them drivers. Elijah Fisher might not be too bad, but Williams' night done. Well, damn it, Robert. All right, we'll ride on board Robert Wilhoit's cockpit here real quick. I know we've already seen the wreck. There it is. One more time for Robert Wilhoit's camera. Yeah, a little bit of contact with the 94. Hell of a save, gonna come down, missed the 16. But Wilhoit is probably getting more damage fixed on that 22. Right now, wait and see if lights on the pace car is out, and they are. Be 12 to go. When I take the green flag for Mike Hauser, it will be an awesome redemption arc to get a win at Daytona. Especially after only completing 8 laps in the Inspired 250. Shane Harr finished 3rd the last time we were at Daytona. Aaron Stanton would be a great comeback win for the 27. Stephen Henning Jr. led the most laps in the Inspired 250. It was in firm contention. So for a lot of drivers, Daytona owes them a favor. All right. Mike Hauser brings them down. We're rolling. All right, now you see it. Standing hard to the bottom. Mike Hauser going to be hung out to dry. And Shane Harr back to the lead. Down the back straightaway. Right now, you just said Mike Hauser was a sitting duck, or was a sitting duck. Now, does that make Shane Harr can even make one as well? Because he's got Henning behind him, but you also got Stanton and Kay Cannon teammates, with Colt Ward also being teammates with Cannon and Stanton. So, a lot of variables. All right, now, and another driver worked himself out, has been in several restart incidents tonight. Darcy Harr up to 8th, or 7th actually, with 11 to go. It was a great view, Robert. It was an awesome view from both of them. Meanwhile, Stan right now, he's going to have to formulate a run, but right now, who can you trust? You jump out, Steven's going to leave you out to dry. Does Cannon go with you? Does Ward go with you? There's a lot of variables that's going to go into this right here. 10 to go. Need 9 at the line. Well, when do you make the move? How do you make the move? We'll find out. 9 to go from Daytona. Right now. Right now, Shane Harr, lap 99, fastest lap of 47.699. Stan right now is lying in wait. So is Henning. So is Cannon. And I got to think the biggest upset, but what would be one of the best feel-good stories coming out of tonight especially because he's got another one to go after this. Juan Cobbs Jr. running in 5th. Of course, it'd be awesome to see Juan go to victory lane tonight. He's got 7 to go to make something happen. But right now it's Shane Harr's to really control at the moment. Of course, the defending Cup Series champion. Trying to get it started off. Down the back straightaway. I don't think there's enough car. I think too many team variables play here. You got 3 of the loaner cars. Stanton, Cade Cannon, Colton Ward. All within this group of 2, 4, 6, 7 cars. But not to be outdone, you also got 3 Inspired Motorsports drivers, 1st, 3rd, and 7th. That would be Shane Hard, Darcy Hard, and Stephen Henning. I'm going to put the 11 down another lap. Make it 3. You see Cade and them, they're all laying back. Don't know if they're going to try to build up a run to maybe make off of 4. Man, I wish I had John Ward in here to kind of give some insight with these cars. Ward or somebody from HGR or MMS. Regardless, 5 to go. And they're going to make the move. They're going to wait till they absolutely have to. Cade Cannon, fastest lap, 104. 47.679. Cannon running in 4th. Down the back straightaway. 5 laps to go. Time's running out. You see Juan's leaving a gap. Don't know if it's too big of a gap. Nope, here he comes. Well, I know I feel like Colton's waiting for Juan Cobbs Jr. to jump out of line. He will leave the 03. Then he'll be right to the back bumper of his teammate. 1 car separate them 2 from their other teammate running second, Aaron Stanton now. I feel like if that's going to happen, they're going to need it now. Right now, a little bit of a gap to the 27 from the 21. Down the back straightaway. Darcy Har, fastest lap of the race. That's 47.619. 3 to go when they get to the line. Well, you're not going to get Shane off that yellow line. You're not going to. You're going to have to make him either fake him out to the top side or use the top side to get around. 3 to go. Shane R right now. A half car length stands might fake it here. You're gonna have to. I don't think you can wait till the last lap to make the move. I don't really. You could if everybody goes with you, but what do you do if Henning stays with Shane? Even though you'll have your teammates, that being Aaron Stanton. Colton Ward's made the move. Ward to the outside. Har up right now. 2 to go. At the line, side by side, stand to the outside of Har. Stephen Henning stays with the 21. Cannon falls down. There's the teammates. The 27 and 9 to 42. They're all hooked up. 2 to go. Har able to hold on to it. Stanton loose entering turn 1. That's going to give the 21 the advantage. Down the back straightaway. Oh, they come together. Shane Har around. Caution is out. We're going to overtime. Yeah, got to be kidding me. Man, oh man. It's only official. Well, this will change everything. Well, you knew it was coming. You knew the move was coming. They kind of jumped him. Let's just look at it. Well, you knew whenever the loaners, they all got together, that this could happen. And really what it is, Shane too far out. Stan's going to get the run. Shane gets loose off of 2. That's really it. The 21 gets loose. Look at it slow motion. It's going to come up. It's going to off-center the car. It's going to get him loose. Stan's just going to finish him off. And from there, Shane Hart led 22 laps. He will have the most laps led tonight. But the victory will go awry for the 21. Let's ride on board with him. That camera angle was hard to really tell if he got. Folks, give me 1 second. I got to step away again. Right now, all right, apologize, false alarm there, but to re-rack it, Kate Cannon will be the leader. Stephen Henning, Colton Ward, Aaron Stanton, Darcy Harr, the top 5. Yep. 1 attempt. 1 attempt at green white checkered. And the way I'm thinking of this, and it's like it was last season. Essentially, if they wreck, they wreck. I do not believe there will be a caution. No matter how big they wreck, I don't think there'll be a caution. I believe they'll let them race it out. That's my understanding of it with this league. I understand midnight's different. It's just going to be one of them things. We're going to have to see. I was told as race control last season, if it came down to 1 green white checkered, my job was done. That they're just going to let them race it out to begin with. So can I get Stephen Henning? Stephen Henning, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, in a very similar situation like you were the last time we were in Daytona, I got asked, 78's been fast like it was the first go around in Gen 6. What is it going to take to really, the way I see it, you're a sitting duck right now between 3 teammates, but you got 1 behind Stanton. Really, what's it going to take to try to get the job done?
Hope that friends to at least one of them back there that'll at least try and help me. I don't know. I've been put in these situations too damn much, and that's frustrating. It's irritating. At the end of the day, it's why we do this job. And at the end of the day, I got to thank you, and I got to thank Teresa for letting me come out here and do this and race the Gen 4 part of the season. I'm having a blast behind the wheel. Just gonna try and go have some fun here and try and get a win here.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll Be talking to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you. You have a good rest of the night.
You too, buddy. To re-rack it. One more time. Cade Cannon, Stephen Henning, first and second. Colt Ward, Aaron Stanton, third and fourth. Three of the four loaner drivers in the top four. Cannon, Ward, and Stanton. Darcy Harr in fifth. Juan Cobbs Jr., Mike Hauser, Wade Alexander, James Hadaway, Elijah Fisher rounds out the top 10. Well, there's 12 drivers on the lead lap. 12 drivers with a chance to win it. Folks, tie that TV down. Hold on to your beer. The kids, hang on to your sodas. This is about to be good, we hope. Them are lap cars on the bottom. We're rolling. Like I said, Hennings is sitting duck. Clean restart. Well, Cannon's already going to go down and cover the bottom. Henning will go to the bottom as well. Colton Ward's going to stay to the outside with Aaron Stanton. They're going to get the run down back straightaways. Henning to the bottom. Henning to the top. Ward and Stanton's going to leave him. Darcy Hardy needs to hurry up and get sucked up to that car. Harr will go to the bottom. He'll leave Henning out to dry. Right now, a loaner 1, 2, and 3 as they work their way. Off of 4 for the final time. This race, we'll see the white flag under green. Cade Cannon leads it. Right now, this is perfect if you're a loaner driver. Right now, Cannon going to be wide. Colton Ward going to make it. Here comes Stanton to the outside. Aaron Stanton with a run on the outside, down the back straightaway. Hard Cobbs Jr. with him. Cannon tries to go at the block. Not going to get there. Aaron Stanton to the lead. Entering 3 for the final time. Darcy Harr up to second. Juan Cobbs Jr. side by side for third. Off of turn 4 for the final time. Harr's going to look to the inside. Junior to the outside. Aaron Stanton, welcome back to victory lane at Daytona. Juan Cobbs Jr. second. Darcy Harr will run out top 3. What a race. Holy hell. Stephen Henning Jr. will be 4th. Cade Cannon 5th. Woo! Well, Aaron Stanton. Eerily similar to how he started off last season. And technically on a Saturday night, he will go back-to-back at Daytona. Aaron Stanton returns to victory lane yet again. How about Juan Cobbs Jr.? The second place run. Darcy Harr third. Man, oh man. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booty. You got copies?
What's up, Garrett?
Eerily similar to how Saturday night last season started. They win at Daytona. And here we are just about 6 months later and another win at Daytona to start off the season. Right now, you and your brother's on a roll, ain't they?
A little bit. I do have to apologize to my teammates there. I didn't think my move was going to shuffle them back that much, so I apologize to Cade and Colton. I just got a huge run off of 2, and I was like, I got to take it. I got to at least try, you know? So.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you, you're going to bring big-ass fans to victory lane to Monte Carlo number 27. I got to take it through the race. Really, how stressful was it coming to a green-white checker finish? Really, what could you have done? Well, really, I was about to ask you what could you have done different, but it seemed like you did everything right on the last lap. But just how stressful was it? Did you feel like the run was going to be enough to really get up there to the lead, let alone take it on the last lap?
Like, I didn't think I was going to get that big of a run off at 2, and like I said, it happened, and I was like, well, it's going to piss my teammates off, but I'm going to try, you know? So, like I said, I apologize to them. I didn't think it would shuffle them all the way back like it did.
Well, buddy.
Go
ahead.
I also apologize to Shane there because I don't really understand what happened.
Well,
I tried to fake him out, and then...
I'll give you... if you look back at the broadcast, I did it in slow motion. He does get loose just a little bit off of 2, enough to where you're already there. That's my representation on it. I don't know what race control called it, but...
Called it on Shane.
Yeah, he does get loose off of 2. That's what I saw, but... Hell. You still got one more to go. And it's off to a great start for a Saturday night. At a restrictor plate, nonetheless. I do want to ask you 2 more questions, though. As one, I salute my beer to you that I got in my hand right now, but I want to ask, really, do you, in personal opinion, do you prefer this type of Daytona racing over the other one?
I think in my mind they're about even in different ways, right? Like, the trucks are fun because it's literally like a pack and you get like 3-4 wide at Dega, right? And that's fun in its own right. But this is like way more strategic and like we actually get single file and like spread.
I feel like it's more driver ability compared to what we go to Daytona on the other side of things.
Yes and no, because on the other side of things, like you actually have to understand like how to push and how to move lanes, right? But this is like just timing runs and like making passes, and I don't know. It's just as easy or just as hard than the other. It's just 2 different sides of the spectrum, I should say.
Well, buddy, last question tonight, and then I'll let you go get ready for Midnight Racing League coming up. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Thank you, Garrett, for broadcasting. Thanks, Elijah, for putting this on. It was fun. Super fun night.
Right.
Well, for a while there, it wasn't fun when you got like back-to-back cautions, but...
Well, buddy, congratulations are in order to Aaron Stanton tonight. You will walk out of here leading 18 laps. Will not be the most, but hell of a job tonight. Now I feel bad for you having to go back to your other job on Monday.
Yeah, it's all right. It's been all right. It's not as boring as what I thought it would be.
No, pretty exciting. But Aaron Stanton, your winner from Daytona tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Yep.
That being said, I'll tell you something. I don't know where this cat came from in the last closing laps. I can say that about the whole top 3. Juan Cobbs Jr., Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
Well, hell, this is the first time I've interviewed you in anything, it feels like. Take me through the night. It started off a little bit rough, missing the start, and then a couple of cautions here and there, barely missed it, only to come up to get a top 5 finish, a top 3 really. Just take me through the night.
I'll tell you, it was a fun but stressful night. Like you said, with the missed start and everything, kind of felt like it was going to turn out like my last few debut races. But yeah, just fighting hard throughout the entire night, surviving some wrecks by taking it through the grass. And then that final restart, just hate to leave a Ford teammate out to dry like that, but I had to go for the win, which came up short. But yes, sir, it is what it is.
Well, take me through. Now, I've talked to a lot of drivers over this broadcast, and I'm sure you're hearing whenever you look back at the replay. But take your personal opinion tonight. I know. Okay, I do a HGR at MMS. We've ran these cars at Daytona, and we've seen where it is a bit of a struggle to really make a lane happen. But tonight, with how the track was, the older Daytona, can you put into context, really, how hard was it to really try to make anything happen without having at least 3 or 4 guys behind you? Was it difficult to make track position work unless you got on and off pit road enough to where it would help you a little bit?
Yeah, most definitely. I'd say it was the first pit cycle where it was just me and the 8 at the time, and I lost him. But he was able to catch up to a few other cars, and they were able to make their lane run. Took me a while before I was able to catch up to enough people for us to get going. But yeah, that bottom lane, very bumpy, especially late in the runs, because I only took tires, I think, about once or twice this race. So throughout a lot of it, I was just trying to save my equipment and get that lead lap back. But yeah, just treacherous out there with like the bottom lane, middle lane. Ran the top a few times. Barely holding on to it.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you 2 more questions here, and then I'll let you get ready, because I believe, like Aaron Stanton, you got 1 more to go tonight, and so do I. And they're all the same, and all 3 of us are involved in the same race, but the restarts,
yeah, of course,
it was a major issue tonight, was the restarts. Can you kind of give me some insight into why, for say that it was, how really, what do you think was the key issue for the restarts? We saw drivers laying back and then getting caught up, and I'm not thinking it was going to be that bad, but obviously I was wrong. Just what was your take on the restarts tonight?
Yeah, this was my first race with this series, so I wasn't really used to everybody being on the top lane. But yeah, just being real close to everybody like that, and then we're all pushing on the restarts. Just, I don't really know about the other guys. I tried to leave just a bit of a gap in front for the person in front of me, but I was always looking in that rearview mirror to see if I was gonna get spun. But which actually on one of them it saved me, because like I was so far back, and I think I did spin tires a bit. It saved me because I missed that wreck that they had on one of them. So yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, that's my first time racing like this in this series. It's crazy, but it adds to the fun. Oh yeah.
Well, buddy, last question.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it is the first time. Yeah, it is this first start of this series.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, buddy, last question. Now I'll let you get over to midnight, because I believe the session's about to open up over there. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Of course. Yeah, I want to thank you all for hosting this race. I want to thank you for always, just hopefully we can get the same results or more. Hopefully 1 position higher in this next race.
One can hope it's Atlanta.
Yeah, it's gonna be more of the same. It's hard there too, especially in the Cup cars. Want to thank my sponsors. Gonna be driving the same Duolingo Ford in that race too. Try to get them a win, and yeah, just thank my family and everybody. Can't do it without them. Can't do it without my team. And thank all the fans, the 1 or 2 of them there. But yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem, buddy. Juan Cobbs Jr. will start the Saturday night, finishing second tonight in Daytona. He'll now turn his attention to Atlanta for the Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series. Juan, appreciate your time. A hell of a drive.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. With that being said, you talk about where jokers came from in the closing laps, and I will say this, I have no idea where this dude came from either. Darcy Hard, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Where the hell did you come from in all this?
I came from the back. Can you believe that?
Believe it or not, I can. Hold on real fast. I'm being joined in the booth by somebody.
Okay.
Easy, don't hurt
Way
me.
to go.
Hey, thanks.
Good run. You had me on the edge of my seat there one time.
Oh, that's good.
Have a good one.
Oh, glad. Yeah, thank you.
I guess you can figure out who you and Shane's biggest fan is.
I guess so.
She pulls for you more than what she'd pull for me whenever I did start driving. Of course, I didn't win a lot neither. So, but take me through the night. The restarts were chaotic, to say the least. I know you're involved in 2 or 3 of the incidents on the restart. Really, what do you feel like was the biggest factor with the restarts being jumbled up like they were? And then ultimately, how were you able to come back? Because there's a restart wreck. There was the incident with Jesse Glover. There was this wreck, that wreck, and the 35 always find a way to come back. Just take me through the night, really, for Darcy Horror, and how, and really the last question I got other than, is there anybody you want to thank, is really what got you in that position to even be up there with that front 7 as the laps wound down? Wait for you. Try to see what we still got. Darcy, you still got me, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Well, that was the end of the. Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah.
But just
say that to answer your question there, it was the cautions that helped me. They got me to where I could fix my car. I got it down to 10 seconds, and that's what got me up to 7th, in the 7th place there. And from there, I just kind of picked my way through there.
Well, you did, and I will ask you this question. I'll ask you this question. I'm probably about to start a bit of a family feud here, but how does it feel to finally get one over Shane?
Oh, it feels great.
That's a win in its own right, ain't it?
Yes, it feels great. It feels great when you can when you can race up there with the the top elite of the of the league, and you can race with them. It just gives you a really good feeling.
Well, I wanted to ask, do you feel like there's anything on that green-white checker that you maybe could have done different to try to get the win from Aaron, or was it pretty much just take whatever you can get and just stay there?
I couldn't tell where the 9 was. If I knew the 9 was behind me, but I couldn't see him in my mirror because we were going around the corner. If I knew he was behind me where I could have dropped down under Aaron, I could have probably took him by the line.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you this last question. I'll let you get on that and celebrate a P3 finish. I believe it is your best finish thus far, other than, I believe, a 6th earlier last season in the Cup.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Well, first of all, I got to thank my teammates. We really worked well together, and they sure help out. And then I got to thank you for broadcasting. Thank Elijah for hosting this. And then thank my sponsor, John Deere. I run John Deere, so I got to run John Deere on my car.
Swear by him nowadays, don't you?
Yep.
Well, Darcy, congratulations on a P3 finish from Daytona. Hell of a way to start the season, and hopefully we'll talk to you a lot more in the future here.
Yeah, thanks a lot there.
Yes, sir. With that being said, it will be Aaron Stanton walking away with the win tonight. Go through the final results, and then we got to jump on over, get ready for midnight. After 113 laps went past the scheduled distance of 109, Aaron Stanton, Juan Collins Jr., Darcy Harr your top 3 finishers tonight. Stephen Henning, Kay Kennan, Colt Ward, Mike Hauser, Shane Hart, Elijah Fisher, James Hadaway will round out the top 10. Ben Milton, Wade Alexander, Dustin, the 11 of Dustin, Robert Wilhoit, Ty Wilson, Jason Williams, a great run for the 40. It will come up 19 laps too soon. Tyler Stone as well. Hayden Williams will round out the top 18 on down through the field. Ethan Sikorsky, Jesse Glover, David McCullough, and Travis Farmer rounds out the 22-car field from Daytona tonight. With that being said, I know it's been a lot of racing already. We got one more to go. Appreciate everybody for sticking up late tonight. Hopefully, this race energized you enough to where you will stay with us for the Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series live from Atlanta. Next Gen's on tap. It's going to be a wild one. Anytime we go to Atlanta, it will be a wild one. And it will also come down to where 3 races remaining in the regular season. The regular season finale being at Talladega Super Speedway October 5th. But we still got 2 weeks to go before that happens. Until then, I'll see everybody in a few minutes for Midnight Racing League. Congratulations to Aaron Stanton. He will now turn his sights to 2 in a row as he will try to conquer Atlanta in the Midnight Series. Until then, I'll see everybody in a few short minutes. Take it easy.